Okay, I just want to record this video to show off what I've gotten done so far. I added 2 new items, the metallic fist and the ignition cloth, and you could craft these with you need a alchemistry scroll, which could be, I'm planning to make it craftable using the transmutation circles, and you could find some like in dungeons or in villages. You combine the alchemistry scroll with an iron block and leather to get the metallic fist, which lowers the durability of the alchemist shock. But you have the metallic fist now, and the ignition cloth could be crafted with 1 flint, alchemistry scroll, and some alchemist, or wait, was it? Okay, I figured it out. I figured out what you need. You need some flint and steel, and just combine these, and then it's a shapeless crafting recipe, but you should get the ignition cloth. And if you watch Fullmetal Alchemist, you know what the ignition cloth does.
Human, don't do it!
So if you have it in your hand, you can see it on your player model. You just, yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. But it also lights up a fire wherever you right click. It would take 1 XP to every time you use it, so you can't constantly use it infinitely. You need to have at least 1 XP. And okay, you might have seen this mess behind me, but my favorite thing is the the metallic fists. And I worked really hard on this model, and it looks so good. But with the metallic fist, you could just shift right click the ground, and it creates a pillar depending on what block is under it. And if you want to remove this pillar, you just shift right click, and you have to be off the ground and right click the top of the block. So shift, jump, and right click the top of the block, and it'll just drop it back down. But for example, it also functions as a multi-tool, so you could use it to mine. I'm a survivor right now, but you could use it to mine wood, and it'll work as a pickaxe, axe, which works for everything. But it's also good for combat. Oh yeah, with the combat, if a mob there's a 50% chance that if a mob is below half of its health, it will summon a pillar and launch the mob into the air. As you can see, if you're fighting like a zombie or something bigger, you could just launch it into the air. You could also, this is my favorite part, you could also launch yourself in the air, and if you right click the ground right before you land, it will prevent all fall damage. So if I go to survival, and I'm just gonna put these guys here, I launch myself, and when I land, it will cause a shockwave with about like a 10 block radius, and all mobs will be launched into the air. Depending on how fast you fall, the higher the mobs will get launched. So if I just jump, it won't do anything. I have to reach a certain speed while going down. So yeah. I don't know if I should release this update yet, because I might add more things, but if you guys really want this out right now, I could just release it. But that's pretty much it for the update.